Okay, good morning. We are here for some Pilates Flow this morning. We will be using our cushion later on, so just have that nearby. Also take one hand weight if you have it. I'm just using an 8-pound, but whatever you've got is gonna work. We're gonna put that down in front of your mat, because eventually here we're gonna be picking up that one weight. So just have it sort of at the center of your mat, and let's get into a little warm up here. Let's just close your eyes, place your hands on your tummy. Get really tall through the crown of your head, dropping the shoulders down, and let's take 3 long, deep breaths together. Deep inhale to the top of the lungs. Exhale, let all that air come out to the very, very end of your exhale. Big breath in. Filling up the tummy, filling up the ribs. Exhale. Let all the air out. One more time. And exhale. Dropping any tension out of the body. Press your feet into the floor, opening up your eyes. Drop your hands down beside you. And let's start to roll the shoulders. We're going to draw up through towards the ears and around. We want to stay in the middle of this range, so we're not going way up into any of the extremes. You're staying in the center of that shoulder range of motion. And then let's go the other way as well. Just waking up our mid-back, waking up our shoulder joints. Can you push your feet into the floor a little bit more, draw in through the tummy. And let's pause there. Reach your hands to the floor, nod the chin, and extend the head, letting the chin float. And just be really gentle with your neck spine here, first thing in the morning. Up and down through flexion and extension. Being mindful not to drop your chin to your chest. Try to keep a little space there between those two. And let's reach those arms out to your sides, palms are up. We're going to go side to side into our side bends. Reach over and come back to center. Tipping over and back. I'm reaching down with the bottom hand and over with the top hand. And my belly button's right in the center. Let's do one more each side. Nice big side bend through the spine. Letting that go. Let your palms face forward. Reach the top of your head and just drop one ear to the shoulder. Opening up the side of the neck into the scalenes. And back through center. Other side. And through. And again to the other side. Awesome. And let's bend the elbows, palms are up. Imagine you're holding 2 little plates. Squeeze your elbows into your side. Let's reach out in front of you. Keep those plates nice and level. Exhale as you pull and drag your elbows past your side. Bring your belly button with you. Inhale, reaching your arms out. Exhale, pull back, squeezing those shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, they reach away from each other. Exhale, we pull them in. And imagine you're moving through water here, pulling and pushing your arms through that water with some resistance. Awesome. One more, reach and pull back. Dropping the arms, let's nod the chin and roll down. Soften through your sternum, lift through the tummy, coming down into our first forward fold. Nice and gentle, keep a bend in the knees and grabbing onto your elbows here. Let's just gently sway side to side. And then coming to center and just very, very gently bouncing the arms towards the shins. Keep that little bend in the knees. the arms, let them be long towards the floor, and let's just nod the chin here, saying yes and saying no, shaking the head, releasing the back of the neck there. Engage through the abdominals, bend the knees, scoop in the belly as we come to standing. Nice and tall, stacking your spine up. Let's do that one more time, just the forward fold. Nod the chin, soften the sternum, lift through the tummy, and ragdoll down. Very, very gentle. Take a big breath, inflate your lower back with air. And exhale, scooping it up, pulling your body back to standing. We're going to start to march the feet. So we're just standing standing still, bringing one knee up, swinging the arms down. Sort of a modified knee repeater. Trying to keep balanced as you stand on one leg. Starting to get some blood flow here. Pulling those arms as if you're pulling through water. Can you think about your underarm muscles, your lats? And let's stop, leaving one foot up, turn your ankle. Both directions, stand tall through that standing leg, squeeze the glute. And then let's just go back into that pattern, up and down. Big exhale as you pull the knee up and the arms down. And then let's pause on the other side. Here, getting that other ankle. Hands could go to the hips here. Just circling the ankle. Both ways. Stand tall through your standing leg. And let's let that go. Find a hip width stance. We're coming into some flowy squats here. Let's send those sit bones behind us. Reach the arms and push through the floor, keeping our spine nice and long. Finding some rhythm. So we don't want at any point, don't want to be stopping in this move. It's up and down, up and down. Heels straight down into the floor. Squeezing the glutes and really avoiding that thrust forward with the hips. Trying to take that thrust right out of it. It's just straight up, sending your top of your head right into the ceiling. And let's do 8 more. 8, getting some rhythm here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, coming back down, reach down and grab your weight, bring it to your chest. And we're gonna stay in this squat nice and low, so check me out, my spine is long, my tummy is lifted. We're here, we're swaying the weight side to side. So sending the weight from foot to foot. The shape of your torso and spine stays the same. We're just down here getting a little spicy. And let's just focus into your breathing, long and deep. Can you drop a little tension out of the shoulders? Keeping the chest lifting and reaching your tailbone back behind you. Notice how when you shift over, the muscles that you're using are changing. And let's just do a couple more here. Come up to standing, bring the weight with you, turn your toes out. Widen your stance just a little, and we're into our sumo squat, squeezing up and lowering down with control. So you want to be in as much control down as you are up, and draw your sit bones towards each other at the top of that. So when you stand tall, Visualize your two sit bones coming towards each other. Thinking about inner thighs. Can you check in with that pinky toe? And let's lower down here, holding 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing tall, we're coming back down. Hold. 10, 9, keep your pinky toe down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand tall, one more round, lowering down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. Whew. Bring the feet together, standing narrow stance. We've still got this weight. We're coming down into what I call a half squat. So we're not all the way down, we're about halfway down, okay? And we're gonna alternate, stepping to each side. So we're staying in that half squat the whole time, and we're just reaching one leg out to the side, reach, reach. The weight is in the center, you're lifting through the tummy, staying really precise and strong here. Can we drop a little shoulder tension? We're gonna add on to this move. Go to the side, come to center, stand tall all the way up onto your toes. Lower the heels back to your half squat, reach, reach, stand tall into your toes, lower, and continue. Nice work. Out, out, up onto the toes, lower with control, keep it going. Just a couple more rounds. And let's do 2 more rounds. Last round. And lower to finish, standing tall. You can take that weight off to the side and come to the end of your mat. Just shake out your arms, stand tall. Just think about both sides of the body here. Find a little bit of life in your glutes. Draw in through the tummy. We're stepping out into a lunge, and the back leg is going to remain long here, okay? So we want to tuck this back bum cheek under us just a little bit, stay square in your hips. And from here, we're going to bring the chest down, place your hands to the floor, and then let's open into a rotation towards the front thigh. Keep reaching that back leg nice and straight and long behind you. We're just holding this nice big rotation, catching our breath. Can you pull that top shoulder blade back and down just a little more, opening the chest. Now from here, place that hand back to the floor, find a nice square positioning, and stand right back up to your lunge. Hands to heart center. And let's step the back foot forward, and we're switching legs. Take that back leg back, stay square, tucking the back bum cheek under, sort of like a little pelvic tilt. When you're ready, you take your chest down towards your thigh, place your hands down to the floor, reach through the back leg as you rotate open towards the front thigh. Enjoying that big openness, that twist through the spine, squeezing this top shoulder blade. Strong in the legs, keep that back leg reaching backwards. And let's bring that hand back to center, square everything off, lift through the tummy, and stand tall back to your full lunge. Strong in the base. One big breath, and let's step forward. Standing tall, we're heading to the mat, you guys. Nod the chin. When you're ready, roll down. Nice massage through the spine as you roll towards the floor. Taking your fingertips or your hands to the floor. If you need to, you bend your knees so you can get your full hand on the floor, and let's step out to our first plank. Stepping out, you can lower your knees or one knee. We're holding this plank, 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, let's press all the fingertips into the floor, lift the tummy. Big breath in, reaching through your spine. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, draw the tummy closer. And again, exhale, really think about the pinky fingers, the shoulder blades. And 2 more breaths. Work on both sides of the body here. 1 more breath. Lowering the knees, taking a shell. Open the thighs, let your head rest. And let's just take a couple of long, deep breaths here. Just absorbing all of the exercise we just did. Long, deep breathing. Now if you need to pad up your knees here, go ahead and do that. We're going to go out into all fours. I'm going to cushion up my little knees. And we're coming out here to our all fours position, reaching through the spine, lifting the tummy. And let's take the right arm and bring it behind the head. So now you're on one arm. And we've got the other one behind our head. And then the left leg is going to reach back. So the left leg is reaching. Right arm behind the head. We stay really square here. Exhale as you lift that left leg up and down. Let's point our toe a little bit and push energy through the leg. It's not very high. And exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Now if this is not working for you, bring this hand back down and just use both arms normally. We're reaching through the leg, trying to stay square in the hips here. The energy starts at the glute and we lift the leg all the way to the tips of your toes. Shoulders are square. Let's press down through all the fingertips of your left hand. One more time. Lift, lower, leaving the toes down now. Taking this right arm, rotate the tip of your elbow towards your left arm and exhale as we rotate open. And come across, rotating to tap your left arm. And then exhale, rotate open. It's smaller than you think. Visualize your spine twisting like a corkscrew. Exhale, stay connected with your abdominals. We're almost done. I know this left arm is struggling, it's tired. Keep reaching through the left leg. And let's do one more rotation here. Nice big movement through that upper back where we're all so tight. Whew. And let that go, come off your hands and just turn your wrists in shell stretch. Both directions. It would be totally normal for that left arm to be really, really full of blood and energy and a little bit of discomfort from holding that position. All right, let's go back out there. Now the left arm will be behind the head. The right arm is your active mover. Now just check out my shoulder here for a second. The difference between the sinking into my shoulder joint and lifting. I engage through my whole hand. I keep my pinky finger really engaged in the floor so that I can keep this whole line of the back of my arm engaged, okay? If we let that pinky come up or the weight come into the thumb, all of a sudden you're gonna lose all of your strength in the outside of the shoulder. Okay, so left hand behind the head, right leg is reaching. Engage that arm into the floor, lift, and let's go with the leg. Up and down, exhale, reaching the right leg back behind us. Only as high as you don't feel your lower back kicking in, okay? We want to be lifted here. Can we draw our tummy up even more? And visualize your lower back. We want it to stay as long as possible. Let's recruit the lowest abdominals we have. Push up through the shoulder. 4 more lifts here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the toes down. They stay down. Cross over, elbow to arm. Exhale, rotate open to the left. And back across. Exhale, open. I know that right arm is starting to get tired. Cross it over. Exhale, open. Enjoy that movement in the upper back. Across. Keep those toes planted behind you. Let's do 2 more. Across. It's going to feel so good to release this arm. Last one. Awesome job. Come to shell. Turn your wrists again. We're done with that wrist stuff. And we're going to stay on our forearms now. Just feels so much more civilized to be on the forearms. And let's just glide up and down through the shoulder joint and the scapulas and find our extremes. So come down low, sinking into the shoulder, then press all the way up to the top of the range and back down, gliding the shoulder blades on your back. And then we want to find something right in the middle. So let's find that middle point. Bring your right leg back behind you and cross it over. As we exhale, we're going to bring that leg out laterally and look at it at the same time. So we're going to look over our shoulder, take a look at your toes, and then cross the leg back. Bringing it, reaching it out, tapping and looking, and crossing it over. Exhale, open. Inhale back. Now can we put more life into this leg so that you're in control of it right to the tips of your toes. And back. We've got equal weight going on in the arms. And across. Let's do 2 more here. 1. And on this second one, we're going to keep the leg out there. Lift and lower for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg in. Take a shell stretch. And let's come out. You should notice that your right glute right now is full of energy, full of heat. And let's go out to finish doing the left side, crossing that left leg over, squeeze the inner thighs. We're keeping our weight over the elbows here. Exhale, tap the leg, look at it, and bring it across. It's the shape of a rainbow, up and over. And adding your big exhale to this move. Very precise. When we turn the head, we engage a little more through that oblique on that side. Three more here. Cross and tap. Cross and tap. Keep pressing up through the arms. Last one. Find your shoulder strength here. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. that knee in and take your shell. Awesome work, you guys. We are done on the shoulders. Whew. Let's come up tall onto your high knees when you're ready. Again, making sure you're protecting your knees if you're on a hard surface. We're coming up, we're gonna squeeze the glutes. We're gonna engage through the tummy, starting to visualize that internal corset wrapping all the way around you. Arms float in front. And let's come back, bringing the entire shape of your body back just a little into a thigh stretch. And exhale as you come tall. Inhale, we come back, working both sides of the body. And you're only going back as far as you can control this motion. Inhale, we come back, squeeze the glutes, draw in through the tummy. You have to actively think about these things or they will try to not be with you or not turn on. Can you feel your glutes? Can you feel your abdominals? I'm sure you're feeling your thighs, but we want to have support through the torso here as we move. We're going to add on. We're coming back. You're going to reach back, tap your foot, come to center, tap your foot, back to center, and stand tall. So we're just back there a little longer. We hinge back, reach and tap. You don't have to touch your foot, that's just an idea. We stay back, reach to the other side, and come tall. And again, back we go, glutes on. And we reach, and tall. Let's do that 2 more times. Back we go. Find that tension, reach back, reach, and tall. Last one. And we go back. And up we go. Whew, lots of heat in those legs. Taking the pad out from under your knees, if you had it there. Have your cushion nearby. And we're coming onto our back, finally. So, let's just get comfortable here. We haven't been here yet today. And just close your eyes for a second, doing a little internal scan through the body, right up from the toes, through the feet. Next, you'll feel your tailbone and your glutes. Check that you're feeling nice and neutral, just a tiny bit of space between your lower back and the mat. Backs of the arms, backs of the shoulder blades, and then the back of your head. Letting all of those areas sink down into your mat. Let's exhale and find an imprint. Just closing up that space between your lower back and the mat. And inhale, gently rocking back to neutral. Exhale, this is so subtle and small. This move comes from your obliques rather than your bum and hamstrings. Your little suspender muscles here on the side of the body. We shorten up the space between the ribs and the hips. And then we allow that space to open to go back to neutral. A tiny little massage for our lower spine. One more time, imprint. And back to neutral. Let's bring our hands behind the head. We're going to very, very gently nod the chin and exhale, flex up to look at the thighs. Inhale, hold there, maintain the space between the chin and the chest. And exhale, lowering the head down. Tiny movement through the upper body here. Nod your chin gently. Exhale, flexing up. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, lowering down. We're going to add on, nod through the chin and flex up. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, reach your right leg out. Inhale, place it down. Exhale, reach your left leg. And inhale, we're still flexed up in that ab prep. And we're lowering down. Gentle nod and we're back up, flexing up. Inhale to hold, nothing changes. Exhale, reach that right leg out. Find your quad, inhale. Exhale, reach the left leg and back. And now we lower the head. And again. Reach it out, bend it in. And the other side, staying super level in your pelvis. And down. And let's do one more. Reaching that leg out. Bringing it back. Exhale, reach the other one. And bringing it back. And we lower the head. Whew. Let's take one leg long, right leg long, left arm long. Your right arm is by your side. Your left leg is bent. Let's bring the right leg to tabletop. And if you want to, you could try extending the leg up long, finding that quad. If that's too much for your hip flexor, just stay partially bent. That's completely fine. We're going to stay as neutral as we can here. Inhale, the arms go away from each other. Arm and leg, go away from each other. Exhale, we pull them in. Head is down here. Inhale, we send them away. Exhale, we pull them in. Reach it out and pull it in. Now we're just working on maintaining that shape in the torso, nice and strong, because as that arm goes over, there's potential for the rib to pop away. So we're working to keep the ribs and hips connected. Out and back in. We are strengthening the hip flexor here, so if you're feeling your hip flexor, that's okay. We just want to be breathing deeply and thinking about those lower abdominals that can help out with that move. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, big exhales. 2, and 1. Are you still neutral? Letting that go, shaking it off. Let's go to butterfly for just a second. Releasing the hips. Whew. And then coming back, just making sure you still feel neutral. And then let's float the right arm. Left arm is at your side. Left leg comes to tabletop. You could extend the leg a little bit, feeling length in the back of the leg. And we inhale, reach them away. Exhale, pull. And let's get back to that idea of moving through water, creating tension in our body as we move, all the way from the tips of the fingers to the toes. Inhale away, exhale, pull. Can you press down through that right foot just a little more, creating an anchor there for this movement? Can we activate our lats down here under the arm to pull this arm through the water? And let's do about 5 more here. 5, 4, big deep exhales. 3, 2, and last one. And let that go. Again, back to butterfly. Take the palms of your hands, push them into your thighs, pushing the legs away from you. And releasing, coming back, coming into our imprint now. Bringing the legs up. We're going to do a set of scissors, okay? So we'll bring one leg towards us. So grab your hands around your right leg. Send your left leg out, and we switch. Head stays down. We point through the toes, reaching the leg. Now this does not have to go to the floor. Not by any means, okay? It can just be reaching. I want you to think about how your glute is taking your leg down. Now your knees can be bent here. You could be right at 90 degrees, like a tabletop leg. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in. Open the arms. And let's tip the legs over to the left. pendulum. Exhale, pull them through. Inhale, over to the right. And exhale, pull the knees through. Stay nice and square here. Stay heavy in your pelvis and lower back. Crossing over, pulling back, push the backs of your arms into the floor. Big exhales as you pull through. Let's do one more each side. And last one here, pulling it through center. Let's place one foot down and then the other. Reach your legs long and do a huge stretch. We're turning all the way onto our tummy. We're gonna undo some of that flexion. Flipping down, coming to your tummy. Let's just rest the head on the hands. And I want you just to wiggle around until your pelvis releases a little bit into the floor. And we can let the legs go slightly wide and slightly turned out here. Okay? If that feels good. If it doesn't feel good to open the thighs or to let the feet turn out, then just stay parallel. That's okay. All right, so here we are, hands on the head, head on the hands. Drop the shoulders away from the ears just a little bit. Can you reach energy through your whole body, squeezing your glutes, lifting your tummy, reaching past your toes. Just engage fill up the body with energy. And then release all of that energy. Take a big breath in and fill it up again with that exhale. Tummy's on, glutes are on, reaching through the legs. Can you feel your quads engage? What about your hamstrings? And release. Now we'll move it into the right leg only. Exhale as you engage through the leg, reaching the right leg up and down. We're sticking with the right leg, but keep a little bit of life in your left leg. Exhale as you bring it up. Inhale as you reach it down. If you're feeling the lower back, you've gone a little too high. Every time that leg lifts, the abdominals are connecting to support your back. Squeezing that energy right down the leg from the hip. And let's pause there, shake everything out, release all the tension. And then take a big breath in and out and send the energy over to the left leg. And we'll do the same thing there. Lift and lower. Think of it as a reach to lift. I can feel that my shoulders want to creep up into my ears every time I lift this leg. So just consciously thinking about lengthen the neck and keeping the shoulders down. It's okay if they move a little bit, but just trying not to let them get too close up into the ears like a shrug. So we're exhaling and inhaling, lifting this leg. Let's go for 4 more. 4. Leg is staying nice and long. 3, 2, and 1. Let that go, release all tension. And let's prop up into breaststroke 1 and then stay up. So we're going to bring yourself into extension only as high as you can still feel just the edge of your rib cage on the mat, okay? You may need to open your arms a little wider to keep an openness across your collarbone. And we're going to bring our heel to the bum and reach. So we're finding those hamstrings and reach. And we're getting back to that idea of moving through water. So you want to be super precise with this move. The upper body just stays put, finding that nice extension. Can you dig your forearms and elbows into the mat and think about dragging your elbows towards your hips, engaging just a little bit through those lats, through serratus anterior, the underarm muscles. So exhale as you drag your heel to your bum, and then reach it out on the inhale. You still feel that rib cage on the floor. Can you find your belly button? Almost there. And there's our last one. Squeeze the heel, reach it out, lower the upper body, let your arms go long. We're going into a full swimming here. Big breath. This is our last big difficult move. Reach through the body, engage the glutes, engage your abdominals, and then hover everything on an exhale. Think about drawing those shoulders down your back and start to hover. Quick kick. It doesn't have to be too fast. We're moving from the hip and the shoulder here. Your elbows and your knees are just staying relatively straight. So we've got big, long breaths and quick movements here. We're anchored by our strong center. Reach for the crown of your head. Eyes are on the floor. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Awesome work. Push into shell stretch. Open the thighs, rest the head, and then allow your tailbone to drop towards the heels. Fill up your torso with air. Let's reach the arms off to the left, getting a nice big stretch through the side body from the pinky finger all the way to the right hip. And just really draw that right hip behind you, opening up each space between each rib. Softening on your exhales. And then walking the hands through to the other side. Find that nice big arcing side bend. And back through center, coming up onto your knees, and let's pad up the knees if you need to. And let's come into a low lunge. Stepping 1 foot forward. Once you find nice strong center, we don't want to sink forward, but we do just allow the weight, the entire shape of your body to glide forward into your front foot. And let's come into a side bend. Opening up the hip, opening up the side. Stay nice and tall here. And let's switch sides. Stepping the other foot forward. So find that nice square, strong lunge, and then take everything forward just an inch or two towards the front foot, but stay tall. And then when you're ready, adding in that side bend if it feels good. Breathe into that space in the rib cage here. Just creating a softness through the rib cage. And releasing that. And let's come to seated. I'm going to sit up on my cushion. If you have one, go ahead and do that too. And let's just cross the legs if that feels comfortable. If it doesn't, you're just going to go with wider legs. Now we're gonna walk our hands forward, getting into our hips and our low back, leaving your tailbone on the mat, leaving your sit bones reaching into the mat below you. As you tuck your chin, we don't want to collapse or let the head drop completely to the chest. We want to keep a little space there. Think about the very base of your skull and imagine it reaching away from your shoulders. And let's walk our hands back, switch the legs. And if you were in a wide leg, you're just going to repeat this move again, walking your hands out, finding that length. And one more big inhale, exhale there. And we walk back. And last thing I want to do is eagle arms, getting really tall. Wrap up your arms, pull your shoulder blades away from each other. We really worked the shoulders early on in this workout. We just want to say hello to them and thank them for all that work. Once you find that nice stretch through the eagle arms, then you can move your elbows up and down, forward and back. And let's open the arms wide and then refold them up and go the other direction. Again, pulling the shoulder blades away from each other. Yeah, so tight. And then we go up and down just a little. And forward and back. Whew. And then let's reach those hands behind us, clasp your fists or your hands together, and let's extend the neck just a little. So let your chin float, reach your knuckles to the floor, opening the chest, getting really, really tall here. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. One more big inhale and exhale. And then just release those arms. Shake and wiggle your body. Whew, that was a tough one today. Holy, I was sweaty by like 5 minutes in. All right, thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for being here. Have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.